her already.
Oh, okay.
I brushed her this morning. Door.
Hey, how are you? Good. So you're Isabel?
Yes. This is Cosima.
Cosima. So what would you like to work on today then?
So she kind of like gets a bit on the forehand and heavy and running. So maybe just trying to like balance that and keep all her knees a little more balanced.
Okay. We can do it.
It's just like
So slowly, and careful not to pull back on the right rein. You're only keeping the bit in the middle of her mouth. You're not stopping her from being able to turn her head. Good, that was easier. Make sure that you can give the rein and she stays there, which means that she's made the mental decision to put her head and neck in this position. So training horses is all about getting them to mentally want to do what you are asking them to do. Good. While she's walking, yes, and she doesn't have to look so there. Only as far as it needs to be, and you can turn right. Only as far as you need to take her head to get her to soften. We just are trying to say to her, there's a different way for you to carry your neck. And then very slowly back around to the left. Good. Good. And if she braces like that, then you just go back to the right again. Because then you've got to be able to say, you know, I want you to be able to go left and right. Yeah, you can turn to the left. You've got to be able to go left and right to stretch all of these muscles out. So there you just pushed your hands a bit forward, downward, following her mouth forward, downward, as she was starting to change her body into that place that's on the forehand before a transition. So shorten your reins up to the next notch. So that's the second to last notch. Don't let the reins get any longer than that. So keep your fingers closed. So she's going to beg for longer reins because that enables her to have her neck really down low and her sternum down. And you just have to hold on to the reins and keep taking her to a place that she finds comfort and soften and give so that you reduce the pressure and she starts figuring out that she can carry herself like this. Okay. Then with that rein length, take her to trot. Good. Now we're talking. Yes, make sure that you give every time that she softens and carries herself, even if it's just for one moment of one stride. Bit more power. She looks like she might be getting arthritic knees like my boy. Good. Yes, keep the bit right in the middle of her mouth. And give as often as possible, but not allowing her to take your elbows away from your body. Good. Try to stay off the rails so you have room to also have her look a little to the outside. Very nice. Good. Keep a bit more bend behind your knees so your heels stay underneath your seat bones. Soft, not yanking and pulling quickly. So I don't want you to use momentum or think that you could just make it happen. It's got to be so much more like physical therapy, like yoga. So you have not enough contact on the outside rein there, and that's why she started tilting her head. So remember, keep the bit right in the middle of her mouth. And are your reins the same length as they were earlier? Okay, that's why I thought she was getting behind the vertical. So the pole goes down as the reins get long. Give a kick with the right leg. There you go. Yeah. She says, I do not understand why I have to carry myself like this. Good. That's better. Good job. Make sure you put your new inside leg on before you start to change the position of her head and neck for a change of direction. You've got to move the rib cage first into the outside, the new outside rein. Yeah. Now start to do as little as possible. Now there you just need to hold on to the right rein and not let go until she softens. Hold, hold, hold. Good, keep a hold of the left rein too, there. Now soften, she's soft, you soften. She doesn't have to keep holding her head that far to the right. Good, so be quick to take her out of the stretch too, once she's soft. And then if she starts doing that where she's like, where do I go? I don't know what to do. Exactly. And then as soon as she settles, you quickly, yeah. Well done. Good. Now put a little more power in here. Make sure you're still holding the same place on the reins. Good job. And then just hold on. Hold. It's not a problem. You hold. Keep your elbows by your sides. Good. And now release. Horses learn by experimentation. So hold again. Hold on. Put your right leg on. Push her to the left rein. Yeah. Hold with your right hand. Right leg on. And then release. Release. Good. Good. So this is one of the things that she's like, well, what if I do this? Is this going to make you happy? That's enough. And release. Good. Do a change of rein through the circle. Right leg. Your reins are getting long again. Left leg now pushes her to the right rein. Well done. So if she becomes unsteady in any way, then you just become more steady. So your arms should always work like side reins with a little rubber donut, you know? There's no bumping or pulsing or, you know, any of those things. Or seesawing. It's just soft hold and release. Good. This is better. Make sure you can release the inside rein. Good. That should always make her rounder. Outside rein here. Make a fist. Good. So you want to be careful not to send the shoulders too far from one side to the other. You've got to keep the shoulders aligned. Good here. All right, so let's bring her into walk. So go sitting. We'll give her a little break. Close your outside hand in a fist. Well done. Long rein. Look at her. I have got to put my nose straight out. That's it. So same thing here in canter. So have her look a little right. Yeah, that's it. And now a little left. Good. Well, that's better. And then back to trot. And we'll go change of rein through the circle. Whoops. So you've got to have her sucking back, basically sucking onto the bit, but carrying it instead of pushing on it here. Yeah, good. Yeah, there, yes. Outside armpit closed, elbow back. Go sitting and go to canter. Okay, good. Yes, and a little softening on the left rein and then back to trot. Hey, those were 2 3-beat canters.
Yeah.
Come back to walk. Good. So it is, in long rein, give her a pat. It's all about her balance longitudinally.
Yeah.
Super. She made a lot of improvement in just that short time. Good job. I'm sure your friend is happy that you were able to pop on in.
Are you gonna wash these wraps?
Yeah.
What did we work on today?
Being more supple in our neck and unlocked in our muscles.
So your key takeaway was what?
she's pretty stiff.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah. And it's hard for her to hold herself up because she's a little stiff.
Great.
Yeah. But she did,
Good progress.
yeah, she did a really good job.